Sai Ram. Hearty welcome to Sri Sathya Sai Lok Seva Gurukulam online classes in science. Today we have a very interesting topic. I hope all of you are ready. Okay? You had a breakfast or lunch. Okay? Be ready. Okay? Have a pen and book also to note down some of the important points. Okay? Now let us just recall what is called as previous knowledge. What you know about the sun and the solar system. Have you heard the word called sun? You heard. Every day you are seeing, no? You are enjoying the sunshine. Sun is one of the most average stars, or dearest and nearest. Dearest because without sunlight no beings exist in this world. Correct? Sunlight is very important. And he has a family. What is the family called? Solar system, about which you are going to study in detail afterwards. So what is solar system? Solar system with sun at the center, with 8 planets. Have you heard about planets? Or Earth also one planet, correct? Can you name them in order? You not heard. Okay. Mercury, come on, repeat. Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. These are called planets. What do they do? They go around sun. And the sun is called the nucleus of the system, solar system. We have got planets. And there are what is called as satellites. What do you mean satellites? Satellites are the heavenly bodies going around the planet. Can you name the satellite of the Earth? Yes, it is Moon, correct? So Moon is the satellite of the Earth. Similarly, different planets have different planets about which you study later. Then what else you have? You have what are called as meteors, also called as shooting stars. In night time, if you observe in a clear, cloudless night, what do you see? Something like stars will come and fall. You have seen it? Correct. They are called shooting stars. Actually, they are not stars. They are also heavenly bodies belonging to solar system, go around the sun. Correct? Then you have what are called as comets. They are a very special type of heavenly bodies, just like your brooms. Broom here, every house will have a broom for cleaning purpose. Something like a broom it looks like. It has got a head and it's got a tail. The famous comet being Halley's comet, correct? So these are all the what is called the family of the sun, also known as solar system. Also you studied about moon. What is moon? As just now we told, moon is a satellite. What does it do? It goes around the planet, namely Earth, in a fixed elliptical orbit. And so also you have got different satellites. Saturn has about 20 satellites. Jupiter has about 12 satellites. Mars was having only 2 satellites. Like that, different satellites are there going around the respective planets. And also we heard about stars. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, How I wonder what you are. Have you heard the song? Yeah, that is the first poem in English book. So, star is nothing but heavenly bodies, what you call it as celestial bodies, which twinkle. They look to be very small when you look at the sky in the night time, but actually they will be in large distances. That's why they look small. So they have got their own atmosphere, and they illumine themselves. And a huge collection of stars is called as galaxies. Have you heard about any galaxy? Yeah, one of the galaxy what you see, is called as Milky Way, to which our sun and the family, namely solar system, belongs. Milky Way is a galaxy. How many stars are there? Approximately there are about 10 to the power of 11 stars. And totally there are, in the universe, there are about 10 to the power of 11 galaxies like that of Milky Way. And celestial bodies, all these come under celestial bodies, which can be seen in the cloudless night. And do you mean to say that they are not in the daytime? They are there in daytime also, but we can't see them. Why? Come on. Because the sunlight is more brighter. Because of the bright sunlight, we are not able to see the stars, galaxies, and so on. In the night time, the sun goes to the other hemisphere. That's why you can see in the clear night sky. So these are the interesting heavenly bodies belonging to solar system, called as meteors, also called as shooting stars, comets, which has got a head and tail, and atmosphere also goes around the sun. So these are some of the things which you know already. Now we will see the today's topic. Our today's topic is about the branch of science which studies about celestial bodies. That is called as astronomy. And also about celestial objects, just now what we discussed, with more details now. Moon and phases of the moon. So these are some of the interesting things. You feel interesting? Yeah, very interesting, correct? Because that is the beauty. So every day make it a habit to see the sky in the night time especially. How many have the habit? Of course, city boys or girls may say we can't see sun at all. We can't see, of course sun they can see daytime. Night time they can't see anything because everywhere cement buildings. So go to terrace or go to open grounds and see the, every day make it a point to see at least 5 minutes about the stars, galaxies, etc. Now coming to what is astronomy. So astronomy is the study of celestial objects and their associated phenomena. So this is what you see in the cloudless night, in the night time. Correct? So this is the moon, we can say. And these are the stars. And this is a group of stars called as galaxies. There are objects like nebulae and so on. Okay? So celestial objects means what? They are the stars, the planets, the moon, and many other objects in the sky. Just like meteors. Then there is one interesting thing called as, between Mars and Jupiter, there are some small, of course to look at, they are not small, heavenly bodies. What they call? Don't forget, asteroids. So just now we are introduced to so many new words. Of course, you know the word stars, planets, moon, you can note down, comets, meteors, asteroids, galaxies. So these are the beautiful. And you may ask, who is the creator of all this? The creator is called as Anoronian Mahato Mahiyan. He is the biggest of the biggest, smallest of the smallest. Biggest of the biggest means what? When you say about the stars, there are very, very huge stars. So beyond that, he is the creator. Smallest of the smallest means what? You heard about in atoms, there are protons, neutrons, electrons. So electrons, the smallest particles, go around the nucleus. Who make them to do so? Is the creator. Similarly, in the space also we see so many heavenly bodies called as celestial bodies or celestial objects. Now why should you study about astronomy is a question. By the studying astronomy, we get so many things. So in ancient India, our ancestors performed methodical observation of sky. Even now also, you might have heard about, almanacs, what you call as Panchanga, and calendars. They are based on, or they are written on the basis of the movement of sun, stars, moon and planets. So astronomy helps us to do that almanac. You may wonder, so before the year commences, they plan for the next year. When will the solar eclipse take place? When will the lunar eclipse will take place? Okay, when will the rainy season, summer season, winter season, all that. When is Amavasya, when is Purnima, like that. So all these are predicted. Especially in India, there is a very good advantage, and even many countries also follow Indian almanacs. Better understanding of climate and rainfall patterns. So you might have heard in news of the TV or radio that is going to rain today. There will be a lot of wind today. There will be a lot of clouds today, like that. You might have seen it, correct? All this is possible by the help of astronomy. Then by depending on the climate, they sow this, and the choice of crops, etc. The dates of seasons and festivals. For example, paddy, what do you call it, is rice, they grow in the rainy season. So the rain prediction of rains is told by the help of astronomy. After knowing the prediction of the rain coming, they sow the seeds of the paddy. Similarly, jawar, ragi, etc., etc. All these are planted on the basis of the seasons. And festivals also. What the famous festivals you celebrate? You have Deepavali, correct? Dasara, and Muslims celebrate Bakrid, Ramzan. Christians celebrate, yes, Christmas, New Year's Day, and so on. Correct? So all the festivals also predicted by the help of for example, Buddha Purnima is there. That happens in a Purnima day. And Shivaratri, Maha Shivaratri will be there. It will be celebrated on the just previous day of the Amavasya, somewhere in the month of February. So Deepavali will be there. That will be a new moon day. Deepavali, Amavasya day. Like that, festivals also are based on these astronomical movements. To explore the space for more heavenly bodies and their movements. You might have heard many interesting things about space. Correct? So many human beings, it is said, special kind of human beings. They are supposed to attack Earth, or they are supposed to enter the Earth. and so many new and new galaxies have been discovered. New system, solar system, like solar system, new planets have been discovered. New satellites have been discovered. All the discovery is possible. It is called exploring the space by the help of the study of the astronomy. To predict the possibility of life in other planets. For example, in Mars, it is said that man can live in Mars. There is a possibility of water also, air also. That's why they say man can live with air. Okay, so they can predict. Of course, it is not so easy, but anyway, it is possible. They have studied. So already so many people have booked their seat for the planet Mars as a challenge. So now let us see one by one. First one is our favorite moon. So one of the most beautiful satellite, most attractive and most handsome, we call it. Most loved by children especially. The mothers, they show this moon and make their children to stop crying. Make the children to get amused. So moon is a natural satellite of the earth going around the earth. So it has got two movements. One is called rotation movement on its axis, another is going around the earth. So this is the earth. Now can you tell me why this earth is looking blue in color? Yes, it consists of 3/4 of water is filled with water. That's why it looks blue color. And this is the moon. It is a satellite who goes around the earth. Correct? So that is very interesting phenomenon we see in the nature on the space around us. So when you say moon, it has got two phases. One is called full moon, another is called new moon. Full moon day, what you call in Kannada as Hunnime. So it looks very white in color. Have you seen it? Exactly at the time of sun setting it starts. And it sets in the other sky. Other part of the sky we see the sun setting, moon setting also. So the day on which the whole disk of the moon is visible is known as full moon day. What you call as Hunnime, Purnima. Similarly, the day on which there is no moon, not visible, that is called as new moon day. Correct? So thereafter every night the rays of the bright part of the moon appears to become thinner and thinner. On the 15th day, moon is not visible. That day is called Amavasya. Correct? Amavasya day. You have Mahalaya Amavasya, Deepavali Amavasya, Karnataka Amavasya and so on. 12 months are there like that. So on that day, moon is not visible. The size of the moon go on decreasing day by day after the full moon day. Correct? And that day is called as new moon day or Amavasya. See here, you can see this is full moon day. After 15 days, the size of the moon go on decreasing. At last it vanishes. But as seen in Amavasya or the new moon day, there is no moon at all. Only stars you can see. Full dark everywhere. Why dark? We are not able to see the beautiful moon which is seen on the full moon day. On full moon day you can see full moon. So the size go on decreasing. Now you may ask, why you can see only one part of the moon? You can see only front portion, not back portion. That we will see now. So next day only a small portion of the moon appears in the sky. This is not crescent moon. See, only one portion is seen. Crescent moon. And why does it happen so? Crescent means one small portion is seen. Especially Bakrid and other festivals, in Muslims, they will celebrate the festival only after this seeing the crescent moon. That is compulsory for them. So this is full moon day. What about this black patches? Even night time, if you see the moon, you see some black patches there. They're nothing but craters. You have craters on the moon. So this is the cloud covering the moon, and the clouds become thicker. You can't see moon at all. And these black things are called craters, nothing but pits. Large pits formed in the surface of the moon. Why it is formed? It may be due to some collision of a meteor or an asteroid or any other heavenly body. Okay? They are the big pits. Now let us see something about phases of the moon. PHASES. All of us have got phases, FACES. You might have heard about Facebook. They have got so millions of people now, followers. Of course, it's a very dangerous trend. Of course, there are some good things also, but you must be very careful in selecting programs in mobiles. So it is nothing but phases. PHASES, phases of the moon. The various shapes of the bright part of the moon as seen during a month are called phases of the moon. On a full moon day, the moon will be full. First day little less, second day little less, like that 15 days, it will be completely waxing and waning, it is called. Waxing means reducing in size. Waning means increasing in size. So this is what you see there. So on Amavasya day, it will be very, the first day, it will be very thin. The size go on increasing. On a Purnima day, it will be a full moon. Correct? So that is what is called as phases of the moon. For example, Diwali is celebrated on the new moon day. So on Amavasya day and plus 2 days ahead, we celebrate the Diwali. Correct? What is the specialty of Diwali? I did not tell, crackers, burning of crackers, together with different varieties of dishes, enjoying the holidays. So, and Buddha Purnima, that falls on the full moon day, Purnima. In Buddha's life, you have 3 Purnimas. One is the day in which he is born. That is also Purnima. Second is the day in which he got enlightenment. The third is the day in which he left his body, the mortal coil. All the 3 falls on the Purnima day only. So Purnima means full moon day. Okay? And also you heard about lunar month. Just as you have a solar month, January, February and so on, 12 months, correct? Here you have got time period between one full moon day to the next full moon day is called as lunar month. Slightly longer than 29 days. Whereas the solar calendar says the month will be 30 days on 4 months. What are the 4 months which are 30 days? April, come on, note down. June, September, November. On these 4 days, we have only 30 days. Other months we have 31 days, except February. What is February? February is only 28 days. Once in 4 years, it is 29 days. correct? So these are different phases of the moon in a month. So first will be on a first day, it's called lunar cycle, very thin. So it becomes thicker and thicker. When you come to the full moon day, it becomes full in size. Again it becomes thinner and thinner. After 15 days it becomes very thin, and lastly it vanishes. So this time from one stage to the last one, it is called lunar month. Or you call it as Chaitra, Vaishaka, like that. Okay? So it's a very interesting thing. It all depends on the movement of the moon. Correct? So moon has got two type of movement. One is called on its axis. Another is going around the earth. So that's why you can see only one part of the moon from which the light of the sun is reflected towards us. So moon is non-luminous. He is not having any light of his own. Now what is that moon makes so bright? Nothing but reflected light of the sun. Correct? And that's why we see the only one face. Moon completes one rotation on its axis and completes one revolution around the earth. The same period. That's why that will be equal. Period of rotation is equal to period of revolution. Both are same. That's why we could see only one part of the moon. Moon is visible due to the reflected sunlight. So this is the sunlight, and we can see this is the moon. We can see only the reflected part. So that is how the sunlight falls on that. Because it is going on its axis, on its own axis, there will be one part of the moon is not visible because it rotates. Okay? So there is a very interesting factor you must note. The moon completes one rotation on its axis as it completes one revolution around the earth. Rotation period and revolution period of the moon is the same, around 29 days. And that period is called as lunar month. Okay? With this knowledge, we will write the home assignment. First question, what is astronomy? Mention two advantages of studying astronomy. Second question, festivals of India linked to the phases of the moon. Give two examples to illustrate this. Third question, we can see only one part of the moon as seen from the earth. Why? Let us see what Bhagawan Baba says. Bhagawan Baba says there are 3 P's to be followed. Can I repeat? Purity. Come on. Patience. Perseverance. Means doing the work with all steadfastness. Purity of thoughts, words and actions. Okay? And patience means always you must be calm and quiet. You should not be upset by the worldly newses. Correct? So come prepared for the home assignment. Thank you.